Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into some seriously strange territory. We're talking about UFOs, alien encounters, the whole 9 yards. We're counting down the top 5 alien creature sightings that'll make you question everything you thought you knew. We're talking about those stories that make you go, wait, what? From historical incidents that have haunted us for decades to recent encounters that have left people stunned, these stories are wild. We're going to break down the details, analyze the evidence, and try to make sense of it all. Buckle up, because things are about to get weird. We gotta start with the OG, the one that kicked off the modern UFO craze, Roswell, New Mexico, 1947. This event is often considered the birth of the UFO phenomenon in popular culture. Picture this: a rancher finds weird debris scattered across his field. It's not just any debris, it's something that looks out of this world. It's not your typical plane crash though. The wreckage is unlike anything anyone has ever seen before, sparking immediate curiosity and concern. This stuff is like nothing anyone's ever seen before. Strange metallic fragments, unusual materials that don't seem to belong to any known aircraft. Naturally, word gets out and the local newspaper runs with the headline, "RAF captures flying saucer on ranch in Roswell region." This headline grabs national attention and fuels the fire of speculation. The military jumps in, claiming it's just a weather balloon. They quickly try to downplay the incident, but the explanation doesn't sit well with everyone. But people are skeptical, man. The official story seems too convenient, too simple for such a bizarre find. The debris is strange, the explanations are shady, and the whole thing just feels like a cover-up. People start to wonder if there's more to the story than what they're being told. And that's where things get really interesting. Conspiracy theories begin to emerge, suggesting that the government is hiding something much bigger.
Witnesses start coming forward, claiming they saw more than just debris. They saw bodies, alien bodies. These accounts add a whole new layer of mystery to the incident. Now, the government denies this, of course. They stick to their story, insisting it was nothing more than a weather balloon. They say it was crash test dummies, part of a secret project. But the stories persist. People aren't convinced by the official explanations. People who lived in Roswell at the time, they'll tell you what they saw. Their stories have been passed down through generations, keeping the mystery alive. And what they saw was like nothing from this world. The descriptions of the wreckage and the bodies are unlike anything known to man.
The Roswell incident became a turning point. It marked the beginning of a new era of UFO sightings and government secrecy. It was like the world woke up to the possibility that we might not be alone. The incident sparked a global fascination with UFOs and extraterrestrial life, and it raised a huge question. If something really did crash in Roswell, what happened to it? Where did it go, and why was it covered up? Where did it come from? Was it from another world, or was it some kind of advanced technology we didn't understand? And what did the government know? Were they hiding the truth to prevent public panic, or was there another reason? It's a mystery that continues to this day. The Roswell incident remains one of the most intriguing and debated events in UFO history. Now we're heading to the swamps of South Carolina, a place where the Spanish moss hangs heavy and the stories get even stranger. The air is thick with humidity, and the dense vegetation creates an almost impenetrable wall of green. It's a place that feels timeless, untouched by the modern world, where the line between reality and myth blurs. This is where the legend of the Lizard Man was born. In the heart of this eerie landscape, tales of a mysterious creature began to surface, capturing the imagination of locals and visitors alike. It was 1988, and people started reporting seeing something terrifying in the swamps around Scape Swamp. The sightings were frequent and consistent, creating a sense of unease and fear among the community. They described a creature, 7 feet tall, covered in green scales, with glowing red eyes. The descriptions were so vivid and detailed that it was hard to dismiss them as mere figments of imagination. This wasn't just some fleeting glimpse either. Witnesses reported close encounters where they could see the creature's every feature, feel its presence, and sense its intent. People claimed this thing was trying to attack them, tearing up their cars, chasing them through the woods. The damage to their vehicles was real, with deep claw marks and other signs of a struggle.
One guy, Christopher Davis, he had one of the most chilling encounters. His story stands out not just for its detail, but for the sheer terror he experienced. He was driving home late one night when he got a flat tire near the swamp. It was a dark, lonely road, the kind of place where help feels a million miles away. As he's changing the tire, he hears something moving in the darkness. The sounds were subtle at first, just rustling leaves and snapping twigs, but they grew louder and more menacing. He looks up, and there it is, the lizard man, standing just a few feet away, its eyes glowing in the darkness. It was a sight that would haunt anyone. Davis said the creature lunged at him, and he barely managed to escape, driving off with the lizard man still clinging to the roof of his car. The fear and adrenaline of that moment stayed with him long after. His story made headlines, and suddenly everyone was talking about the lizard man of Scape Ore Swamp. The media frenzy only added to the legend, making it a topic of national interest.
Some people dismissed it as a hoax, a way to drum up tourism, but others, they believe. They argue that the consistency of the sightings and the physical evidence can't be ignored. They say the swamp holds secrets, ancient creatures that we can't explain. The dense, foggy landscape seems like the perfect hiding place for something out of this world. And the lizard man, they say, is one of them. A creature that defies logic and explanation, yet feels all too real to those who have encountered it. To this day, people claim to see the lizard man lurking in the shadows of the swamp. The stories continue, passed down from generation to generation, each one adding to the mystery. Is it a real creature, a remnant of a prehistoric past? Some believe it could be a surviving member of a species thought long extinct, or is it just a legend, a story we tell ourselves to make the world a little more interesting? Either way, the tale of the lizard man continues to captivate and intrigue, a testament to the power of myth and the mysteries that still lurk in the shadows of our world.
This isn't just some late-night sighting in the middle of nowhere. This happened in broad daylight, at a school, in front of dozens of witnesses. It was 1994, and something extraordinary unfolded at the Ariel School in Roswell, Zimbabwe.
It started with a strange object hovering in the sky. Not just your typical UFO, though. Witnesses described it as a silver disc with lights flashing around it. But here's where it gets really wild. The object landed near the schoolyard, and beings emerged.
These weren't your typical grey aliens either. The children who saw them described them as tall, with long black hair, wearing black suits, and they had large black eyes that seemed to pierce right through you.
The children claimed these beings communicated with them telepathically, warning them about the dangers of environmental destruction. They said the aliens were concerned about what we were doing to the planet.
Now you might be thinking, kids, they probably just made it up. But here's the thing. Over 60 children from different backgrounds all told the same story. They drew pictures of what they saw, and their accounts were remarkably consistent. Even skeptics had a hard time explaining this one away.
The Ariel School encounter became one of the most well-documented UFO sightings involving multiple witnesses, and it continues to fascinate researchers to this very day. Fast forward to 2023, and we're in the heart of Las Vegas, a city known for its bright lights and even brighter characters. But in April of that year, something else lit up the night sky over Vegas, and it wasn't from the Strip. People started calling 911, reporting a strange light crashed into the back of a neighbor's houses. Two slim 8 to 10 feet tall dark beings were hiding, one behind a forklift and the other behind a fence. The residents were frightened of the two aliens and called 911. An officer responding to the call captured the falling light on his body camera while patrolling the streets. The falling light wasn't just a few random sightings, people all over the city were seeing it. Some even managed to capture it on their phones. The footage went viral, sparking a frenzy of speculation and debate. What were those lights over Las Vegas? Were they drones, experimental aircraft, or something else entirely? The official explanation was that it was probably just flares dropped by the military during a training exercise. But a lot of people weren't buying it. They pointed out that the lights were moving too erratically, too fast to be flares, and the military's explanation seemed a little too convenient for some. The Las Vegas lights remain a mystery, another piece of the puzzle in our ongoing fascination with the unknown.
Now, this is where things get really interesting. We're diving into something that could change everything we know. We're not just talking about something that happened in the past. This isn't just another historical event. January 2024, Miami, Florida. A mall. Not just any mall, but a place that could become the epicenter of an extraordinary event.
That's right, folks. This is not a drill. The The rumor mill is churning and it's not slowing down. The internet is buzzing with talk of a potential alien encounter at a mall in Miami in January 2024. It's all anyone can talk about. A 10-feet-tall shadow creature walked out of a portal in the middle of a crowded mall that had everyone running for their lives.
Now, I know what you're thinking, Joe. You're losing it. Aliens at the mall? That's a new level of weird. But let's not dismiss it just yet. And you know what? You might be right. It does sound far-fetched. But here's the thing, the rumors are persistent. They refuse to die down. They started popping up online, cryptic messages on forums, whispers on social media, all pointing to this event. It's like a puzzle waiting to be solved.
No one seems to know exactly what's supposed to happen. The details are murky at best. Some say it was a mass sighting, a spectacle for all to see. Imagine the chaos and excitement. Others say it was a close encounter of the third kind, with aliens actually making contact. Face to face, with aliens actually making contact. The stuff of science fiction becoming reality.
Now, I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm not saying I don't believe it either. Because when it comes to the unknown, anything is possible. The universe is vast and full of mysteries. And if there's one thing I've learned from all this, it's that we shouldn't dismiss anything out of hand. Keep an open mind.
Miami, be prepared for anything. It might be nothing. Or it might be the biggest story in human history. The event that changes everything. So there you have it, folks. 5 of the most mind-blowing alien creature sightings that'll leave you wondering what's really out there. From Roswell to Africa and Miami, the truth is out there, somewhere. What do you think? Are we alone in the universe? Or have we been visited by beings from beyond the stars? Have you ever had your own close encounter? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on more explorations into the unknown. Stay curious, my friends.